If you were to ask me, will I ever buy or own, like, or at least get Sonic X Shadow Generations? Well, to that I say, I'd like to buy it just for Shadow's content, but why would I buy it if I literally have Sonic Generations? Wait, what's that? You don't believe me? You don't believe that I have Sonic Generations? Well, allow me to prove to you. Allow me to prove it to you. See this? I've got the PS3 version of Sonic Generations, and I've beaten the game twice. One as a kid, and now as an adult. So for that matter, I have no plans of buying Sonic X Shadows Generations, because I already played the game. So, if you already have this, instead of just buying it, just buy this one instead. Anyways, I just want to get that out of the way. On to the video. Sonic the Hedgehog is back with a brand new movie coming out in December of this year, 2024. Though despite this being released at this time, don't you think it would be more better if the film was delayed for next year? But no, it's being released in December. Which honestly kind of feel like a suicide moment, don't you think? I mean, look what happened with Ruby Gillman. What's that? Never heard of Ruby Gillman? Look, I might get off topic, but it just needs some context to be explained. If you've forgotten, Ruby Gillman is about a teenage Kraken. Well, a Kraken decides that a teenager named Ruby who actually discovers that she can transfer herself into a giant Kraken. And why'd I bring her up? The trailer of Ruby Gillman was released in March, but the film wouldn't get released until 3 months later. So according to my calculations, since the trailer has been released in August, we have until, let's see. So we only have 4 months to get hype for this. And honestly, this is suicide. Since Ruby Gillman has little to no marketing, the film bombed. And what happened to Ruby? It could happen to Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Then again, Sonic is a franchise, so there might be a chance that it might be $1 billion hit. I could be wrong about Sonic failing at the box office, but at the same time, I could be right. So, what the story is about? Well, in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the story will take some elements from Sonic Adventure 2, with some elements of Sonic Adventure 1, I think, and something more. Just like how Sonic the Hedgehog 2 introduced Knuckles in there, with Sonic the Hedgehog 2 introducing some elements from Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and 3 and Knuckles from the video games. And do I think it works? Well, you can't always be by the book. Sometimes you have to be different in order to stand on your little 2 feet. And for Shadow, I know I'm going off topic, but with Shadow, I think Keanu Reeves, he really did pull it off. Well, if you saw my Thelma the Unicorn trailer thoughts video, which I laid out, judging by you, it has 33 views, you may know that I said that Keanu Reeves will be voiced as Shadow. Granted, this isn't the first time that Shadow was voiced by. Actually, this isn't the first time that Keanu Reeves was voiced by a character before. He also played as Duke Kaboom from Toy Story 4, where he played as Duke Kaboom, that is a bit of a show-off, and, always have some trauma of his own past. Seriously. I don't know why it worked, but it worked. Even I fall into it. Where Keanu played as a guy who's more full of himself and is just really too cool, like Sonic, mostly. He's played as Shadow, a dark, edgy hedgehog that have a troubled past in his sleeves. Yeah. If you played Sonic Adventure 2, you may know that Shadow's past with Maria. Shadow's past goes like this. Maria was never actually got on Earth. Was always stuck in space. The same could be said about Shadow. Then one day, Maria and Shadow ran off. So Maria sacrificed herself and let Shadow go live on Earth. And Maria, well, she's let's just say she passed away. If you haven't played Sonic Adventure 2, I highly recommend you play it. If not, watch some gameplay footage of it. I think I skip a lot, but I know, look, these videos are pretty much unscripted, and I do think that could Shadow be the... It's clearly obvious that Shadow is the antagonist, but will he turn good? Probably, or probably not. There is a chance that he might go good, but then again, not every Sonic character have to be on the same side. I think it would be better if they could say, hey, stay in touch once in a while, but never truly together like one big happy family, if you know what I mean. It's not that it's a bad idea. I do think that it'll be awesome like that. I know, I'm confused, but the point is that since this is very promising, I really am hoping that we get an epic battle scene with Sonic and Shadow somewhere around the end. Along with the other characters, well, for the first time ever in a Sonic movie, Dr. Eggman has now joined the good side. This isn't the first, and it won't be the last. And yeah, I can understand why they went this route, because they can't always have Eggman be the villain 24/7. Sometimes you need to mix things up with the story. And hopefully I do think this is the right choice. When did Eggman himself join the good side? Well, the games that I know that he joined the good side is Sonic Adventure, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Adventure 2, and most notably Sonic Lost World. And in Sonic Lost World, the Dr. Eggman has been portrayed by the Zeddy, so now Sonic and he, alongside his Tails, have to work together to defeat the Zeddy. Sure, at the last minute of Sonic Lost World, spoilers, Eggman went back to evil, and yet he's still the final boss. Well, I do find this alright, but keep in mind that this is actually the main plot where both the hero and the bad guy team up. Where in Sonic Lost World, it kinda didn't work. Here, I could potentially see a hypothetical potential that this could actually work better than Sonic Lost World. Again, having the hero and villain team up is unique for the Sonic movie, but it's not unique to the Sonic franchise as a whole. But I am satisfied that they're going this route instead of just making Eggman all evil. That's a good accomplishment. And what about the Easter eggs I see? Well, what I heard from other people, Knuckles have the fiery fist as from the Knuckles TV series, but I haven't watched it because I haven't watched it yet, so this is more like spoilers. And by this time, I have reached one half of the series, so I might have to check back on it with some other TV shows. Like, I'm gonna look back at episode 4, 5, and 6 respectively. I just need to see the full picture of it. But I do like the reference though. Of course, there's the Chow Place. I don't know where it's at, but it'd possibly be in Japan, since Japanese is pretty much everywhere. And I do appreciate that. And Dr. Eggman's great-grandfather make an appearance. But wouldn't it be more better if they actually saved it before the movie's release as a surprise? You know, just keep it as a surprise and whatnot. And yet there's one thing that I very much noticed for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. As time will move on, starting with Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Thomas Wazowski is starting to have lesser and lesser roles. Which, honestly, I can't really blame them, because the more they introduce Sonic's friends, the more the less screen time that Thomas Bukowski will have. Which isn't a bad thing, but for me, maybe don't overdo it, but if you're gonna overdo it, please make the Sonic characters more memorable, because it just works that way. Like, seriously, I saw one of the trailers, one of the clips, that Thomas is working at Gun, but all I can say now is that it's good. He's getting lesser roles each time. I've heard rumors that Amy could be in this film, but there's no confirmation. Though, since Rouge is mostly associated with Shadow, there could be a possibility that we might see Rouge, but there's no confirmation as of right now. So I'm leaning towards there is a possibility that we could see Amy and Rouge in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. It's a possibility. I know it might not gonna happen, but there's a possible chance it's gonna happen. What about the release date? Well, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Mufasa are releasing on the same date, December 20th, 2024. And if you ask me, I would choose Sonic over Mufasa, because we must tell Disney we do not want another Lion King film, live action wise. We do not want this. So if you really don't want another Lion King movie, go with Sonic the Hedgehog 3 over Mufasa. Because trust me, if you watch Mufasa, you're gonna be the reason why we have so many Lion Kings. In fact, as Sammy Cossack Sonic said it best, and this is something new to Sonic, that even though it did happen to Shadow, this hasn't happened to Sonic before. He's working for Gun. G-U-N, stand down! Yeah, Sonic is pretty much a type of freedom fighter, which is a reference BTW. And the last thing you'll do is work for Gun. I know it's a possibility, but yeah, he's working for Gun. This must be a part-time, right? Right? But I do like everything. I do like the animations in this, and like there's Shadow with a motorcycle, which is a reference of Shadow the Hedgehog, and my God, is it awesome! But why are we having Shadow the Hedgehog? Well, I think you've forgotten, but this is a year of Shadow, if you've forgotten. Yeah, this is his year. Like, why do you think we're having Sonic X Shadow's Generations? To celebrate his year. Let's be hopeful that it doesn't end up in the same year as the year of Luigi. I mean, that was disastrous. Does anyone even remember that? But yeah, I can see why Shadow isn't teaming up with Eggman, because again, it will be just reusing the plot. But there's this question that I have in mind about Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Could this be the final chapter of Sonic's story? Could this be the final one before the Sonic series is just over? Well, it's 50-50. Yeah, even though it's my theory, this could possibly be the final chapter of the Sonic series, unless the director wants to make more of these, which seems a bit likely. Do I want to see more Sonic the Hedgehog movie stuff? Of course I do, but I have to face the reality that this could possibly be the last one. And that's all I have to say here. Sure, I can talk more, but I think I said what I need to be said. So, if you really love this video, if you really do, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and also share it while you're at it. This is Jim TD, and I say this. Thanks for watching my video, and I bid you farewell. I wish I could have said more, but again, farewell.